I went to have my appendix removed. Woke up without a kidney. Doctor, complications had to be removed. Hired a detective. Shock! My kidney was sold for $300,000 to a UAE billionaire. The doctor is in cahoots with the organ black market. 7 patients in a year, all with complications. The police don't believe it. All names have been changed for privacy. My name is Jason Miller. I'm 32 years old and live in Houston, Texas. I work as a construction manager and earn $68,000 per year. 3 months ago, I woke up after surgery and I had no idea that my kidney was stolen. Today, I know who did it. I know how. I know why, but it is almost impossible to prove. I'll start from the beginning. Operation December 2024. On December 15th, severe pain began in my right side, sharp, unbearable. My wife Lisa took me to the ER at Memorial Hermann Hospital at 2 a.m. The paramedic examined her. It looks like appendicitis. We need a CT scan. CT confirmed. Acute appendicitis. Inflamed. Risk of peritonitis rupture. Mr. Miller, emergency surgery needed this morning. I was scared. I'd never had surgery before. Is it dangerous? A routine procedure. We do hundreds a year. Laparoscopic appendectomy. Minimally invasive. Recovery time is 3-5 days. Okay, do it. I signed consent forms. Lots of them. I didn't read them carefully. The pain was too intense. At 6 a.m. I was prepared for surgery. The surgeon came in to introduce himself. Dr. Richard Harris, about 50 years old. Gray hair, confident look, everything will be fine. Mr. Miller, simple procedure. See you later. The anesthesiologist injected something in Tovine. Count backwards from 10. 10, 9, 8. It got dark. I woke up in the recovery room. I didn't know how much time had passed. The head is heavy. The body is weak. Stomach pain. But something was strange. The pain wasn't just on the right side where the appendix was. There was pain on the left side too. In the side, severe. Lisa sat next to me. Jason, thank God. How do you feel? It hurts on the left too. Why? She looked worried. The doctor said there were complications. He'll be here to explain. Complications. The nurse checked her vitals. Everything's stable. Dr. Harris will be here soon. An hour later, Dr. Harris walked in. His face was serious. Mr. Miller, how are you feeling? My stomach hurts. On both sides. What happened? Deep breath. Unfortunately, complications arose during the surgery. What complications? The appendix was more inflamed than the CT scan showed. When they started removing it, it began to rupture. The infection spread quickly, and the infection damaged the left kidney. Seriously, we tried to save it, but the blood supply was cut off. The kidney started to die. The blood ran cold. What are you saying? We had to make an emergency decision. We removed the left kidney to stop the spread of infection and sepsis. Did you remove my kidney? You still have your right kidney. It's healthy. People live normal lives with one kidney. I came to get my appendix removed. How could you remove my kidney? It was medically necessary to save your life. Why didn't you ask permission? You were under anesthesia. The situation was critical. Every minute counts. Legally, we have the right to make life-saving decisions during surgery. Lisa was crying nearby. I couldn't breathe. My kidney is gone? Yes, I'm very sorry. We did everything we could. He left, leaving us in shock. Recovery in doubts December, January. The next few days were a blur of pain and medication. I was discharged 5 days later with one kidney. At home, I started studying the information. Googled appendicitis damages the kidney. I found dozens of medical articles. Complications of appendicitis, rupture, peritonitis, abscess, sepsis. But I have never found any cases where appendicitis damages a kidney so much that it needs to be removed. Anatomically, the appendix is on the lower right. The left kidney is on the upper left. They are far apart. How could the infection get so bad so quickly and cause such critical damage to the kidney during a short operation? It didn't make sense. I called a friend who is a doctor. Mark is a therapist at another hospital. Mark, I have a question. Can appendicitis damage the kidney? Theoretically, if there's a rupture and sepsis, that's extremely rare. Why are you asking? He told me what happened. A long silence. Jason, this is very strange. What's weird? The appendix is on the right. The left kidney is on the left. The infection doesn't spread that quickly. And even if there is an infection, antibiotics are given first to try to save the organ. The doctor said there was no time. How long did the operation take? Check the medical records. 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours is enough time to call another specialist. Insult, try out options. What do you think? Honestly, that sounds suspicious. Maybe we should get a second opinion. Ask for the medical records. Check what really happened. Requested complete medical records from the hospital. Received it in 2 weeks. A stack of documents. The operative report was written by Dr. Harris. The patient was admitted with acute appendicitis. A laparoscopic appendectomy was initiated. During appendectomy, a large rupture with peritonitis was discovered. The infection had spread to the retroperitoneal space. The left kidney showed signs of ischemia and necrosis. A decision was made to perform a nephrectomy to prevent sepsis. The procedure was successfully completed. It sounded official, medical, but something still seemed wrong. Showed the recordings to Mark. He read carefully. He frowned. Is something wrong? I asked. This description is technically possible but statistically extremely unlikely. How unlikely? I've been practicing for 12 years. I've seen thousands of cases of appendicitis. I've never seen one that resulted in an emergency nephrectomy. Maybe I'm just unlucky. Maybe, or what? He hesitated. Nothing, just weird. But his tone said he was thinking the same thing as me. Something was very wrong with this operation. February, I couldn't let it go. Every day I thought about the lost kidney, about how something was wrong. Lisa said, maybe we should accept it and move on. The doctors did what they could, but I couldn't. I found a private investigator online. Michael Torres. We met at a coffee shop. Mr. Miller, tell me what happened. He told the whole story, the operation, the loss of the kidney, the suspicions. He listened and took notes. What do you want me to know? Was my nephrectomy medically necessary, or was there another reason? Do you suspect the doctor of anything specific? I don't know. I just feel something's wrong. Understood. My fee is $200 per hour plus expenses. The audit will take at least 40 hours. $8,000 minimum. Expensive, but it was necessary to know the truth. Do it. Michael worked for the next 3 weeks. Check Dr. Harris's medical history, licenses, complaints, lawsuits. I checked the finances as publicly as possible. I spoke with medical experts about my case and found the names through public lawsuits and complaints, and then the patients themselves shared the recordings. On March 8, he called. We need to meet. Found something. Came to his office immediately. Michael looked serious. Jason, what I found is disturbing. Speak. He opened the folder. Dr. Richard Harris has been with Memorial Hermann for 8 years. Excellent reputation. No complaints about his medical practice. Then what's the problem? The problem is in the pattern. Pulled out a document, a list of names. Over the past year, Dr. Harris has performed 7 surgeries where patients have lost a kidney. Seven people lost kidneys? Yes, all different reasons for admission. Appendicitis, like you say, hernia, gallstones, ovarian cysts, various surgeries, and everyone lost their kidneys due to complications. Exactly. All 7 cases Dr. Harris documented involved emergency nephrectomy due to unforeseen complications. This is fine? No, I consulted with 3 surgeons. They said maybe one such case in a career. 7 in 1 year, statistically impossible. The blood ran cold. What do you think is going on? Michael hesitated. I have a theory, but it sounds crazy. Speak. I think Dr. Harris is deliberately removing healthy kidneys. For what? The black market for organs. The world started spinning. You're kidding. I wish I could, but the facts point in that direction. Look at the victims. Showed a list of 7 people, including me. 1. Jason Miller, 32 years old, healthy. 2. Maria Gonzalez, 28 years old, healthy. 3. Thomas Chen, 35 years old, healthy. 4. Amanda Rodriguez, 29 years old, healthy. 5. David Brown, 31 years old, healthy. 6. Jennifer Lee, 27 years old, healthy. 7. Carlos Sanchez, 33 years old, healthy. All young, all healthy, ideal donors. Oh my God. And here's what's interesting. I checked Dr. Harris's finances as best I could. Last year, he bought a house for $2.3 million, a new Porsche for $180,000. He paid $60,000 a year for private school for his children. Is this suspicious? His salary as a surgeon is about $400,000 a year. Good, but not enough for his lifestyle. Where does the extra money come from? I understood what he was getting at. Selling kidneys. Exactly. A kidney on the black market costs between $200,000 and $500,000, depending on the buyer. Quick math. 7 kidneys. Minimum $1.4 million. Maximum $3.5 million. Do you have proof? Not straight. All I have is a suspicious pattern and unexplained wealth. I need more. What to do next? Two options. Go to the police with what we have, or dig deeper and try to find direct evidence. Will the police believe it? Honestly, I doubt it. The pattern is suspicious, but it's not proof of a crime. Dr. Harris is a respected surgeon. Good lawyers. They'll just say it was bad luck. Then let's dig deeper. It's dangerous. If he's really selling organs, it's organized crime. They have connections, money. They could be dangerous. I don't care. He stole my kidney. I want proof. Michael nodded. Okay, it will take time and more money. As much as you like. Find the truth. For the next 2 months, Michael worked tirelessly. Hired a hacker illegally, but needed to know. Hacked Dr. Harris's email. I found some correspondence. Encrypted. They used medical terms, but in a strange way. Package ready for delivery. The parcel is ready for delivery. Client confirmed $300K wire. The client confirmed the $300K transfer. Harvest successful Friday. Harvest. The medical term for organ removal. Email from December 16th, the day after my surgery. Package Alpha O negative, 32M. Excellent condition, delivered successfully. Client confirmed wire $300,000. Transport arranged Monday. O negative is my blood type. 32M is my age and gender. $300,000 is the price of my kidney. I read this shaking with rage. Michael continued, there's more. I found a shipping company, MedX International. They specialize in medical transport. Legal company? On paper, yes, they transport organs for transplantation between hospitals. But I dug deeper. The owner of the company is Dr. Harris's wife's brother. Family business. Where are the organs transported? Private clinics abroad. UAE, Saudi Arabia, China, countries where rich people pay millions for organs without question. Did you find out who bought my kidney? I'm working on it. But I think it's someone very rich. $300,000 is a huge amount. April, Michael broke through. I found a trail. I tracked the transport. Your kidney has been sent to a private clinic in Dubai, Al Rashid Medical Center. Who got it? I can't confirm this with absolute certainty, but there's information that the patient was a member of the UAE royal family, a billionaire. He needed a transplant and paid for priority. My kidney is inside an Arab billionaire. I wanted to vomit. Do we have enough evidence? Michael hesitated. There are emails. There are financial connections. There are shipping records. But what? All of this was obtained illegally. Email hacking, financial hacking, and not be used in court. Then what to do? We need to find a way to get the same information legally, or find a whistleblower inside, someone who will testify. Who can testify? Nurses, anesthesiologists, someone who was in the operating room, saw what happened. How to find them? I'm working on a list of who was in your operation. Then I need to talk to everyone. It's dangerous. If Dr. Harris finds out we're digging, there could be trouble. But there was no choice. Witness May 2025. May Michael found a nurse. Carol Johnson was in the operating room during my procedure. I checked her background. 15 years of experience. No problems. Recently retired from Memorial Hermann. Michael approached her cautiously, not mentioning anything specific at first. Mrs. Johnson, I'm conducting an investigation into medical procedures at Memorial Hermann. May I ask a few questions? She was suspicious. What investigation? Confidential. Concerning Dr. Richard Harris. Her face changed. Dear Edgar, I don't want problems. You're not in trouble. I just need your help understanding some procedures. Long silence. What procedures? Nephrectomy, emergency kidney removal. She turned pale. I don't know anything. Mrs. Johnson, people have suffered, perhaps unfairly. If you know anything, please help. Tears filled her eyes. I signed an NDA. I can't talk. NDA? Non-disclosure agreement. Why does a nurse sign an NDA about surgeries? Who forced you to sign the NDA? The hospital. After I raised questions. What questions? A long, agonizing pause. Then she spoke quietly. I saw something I shouldn't have seen. What did you see? December of last year. Surgery on a patient. Appendectomy. Young man. Me. She was talking about me. What's happened? The appendix was inflamed, but not critically. Dr. Harris removed it without any problems. The procedure went smoothly. And then the doctor told me to leave the operating room. He said he needed to call a specialist for a consultation. He asked me to get something from the warehouse. This is fine. Not really, but he's a senior surgeon. I listened. What happened when you returned? Her voice trembled. When I returned 10 minutes later, he was already performing a nephrectomy on the left kidney. He said it was an emergency complication. Have you seen the complication? No, everything looked clean. No signs of rupture or infection. What did you do? Nothing during the surgery, but afterward, I asked Dr. Harris privately. He said there were complications that I missed. He told me not to raise any questions. Did you believe it? No. But what could I do? I'm a nurse. He's a respected surgeon. Did you talk to someone? I tried. I went to the hospital management and said I was concerned about the procedure. What did they do? Nothing. They said Dr. Harris explained everything. It was medically justified. Then they called me to HR. HR. They gave me an NDA to sign. They said if I told anyone about the procedure, I'd be fired and they'd sue me. Did they threaten? Yes. I was scared. I signed it. I quit a month later. I couldn't work there anymore. Michael wrote everything down. Are you ready to give an official statement? She was shaking. If I sign the testimony, I'll break the NDA. I'll lose everything. An NDA cannot cover criminal activity. They'll call it slander. They'll hire lawyers. They'll destroy me. I understood her fear. Dr. Harris had money, connections, lawyers. She was just a nurse. But her testimony was the key. Mrs. Johnson, please. I'm a patient from that operation. He stole my kidney. Sold it for $300,000. If you don't help, he'll keep doing it to others. Tears streamed down her cheeks. I'm so sorry. I should have done more then. Will you help now? Long pause. Then she nodded. Yes, I'll testify. Let them do whatever they want. We had a witness. Update 1 June 2025. In June, we went to the police. I'm Michael and Carol Johnson. They brought everything they had except for illegally obtained emails, medical records showing a pattern of 7 nephrectomies, public financial records showing unexplained wealth, Carol's testimony, list of other victims. Detective James Rodriguez took the case, a serious man of 45 years old. He listened attentively. These are serious accusations, Mr. Miller. I know. You accuse a respected surgeon of organ trafficking. Yes. The evidence is substantial. The nurse's testimony is strong but subject to challenge. The finances may have explanations. What does it take to make an arrest? More direct evidence, paper trails, witnesses inside the operation, confessions. How to get this? Investigation, warrants, but we need probable cause for the warrants. You don't have enough. Borderline case. The judge may or may not grant it. Disappointment. Then what to do? Give me some time. I'll check the other victims. I'll talk to them. If there's a pattern, I can build a case. Rodriguez worked for the next few weeks, contacted 6 other victims. 4 agreed to talk. 2 refused, they were afraid or didn't believe me. Every story is like mine. Simple surgery, unexpected kidney loss, complications, undeniable pattern. But Dr. Harris learned of the investigation. Hired top criminal defense attorney Robert Steinberg for $800 an hour. Steinberg gave a statement to the press. Dr. Harris is a brilliant surgeon who saved hundreds of lives. These accusations are absurd and defamatory. Sometimes medical procedures have unforeseen complications. This is a tragedy, not a crime. We will aggressively defend ourselves against any false accusations. The hospital also released a statement. Memorial Hermann fully supports Dr. Harris. All procedures were medically justified and properly documented. We will cooperate with any investigations. The wall closed around him. Update 2 July and August 2025. In July, the case came to a standstill. Detective Rodriguez couldn't get the warrants. The judge said there wasn't enough probable cause. Carol's testimony is being disputed by lawyers. She violated the NDA, which means she is unreliable. Financial records explain family, inheritance, investments. Nephrectomy pattern explains statistical anomaly. Unlucky year. Dr. Harris continued to work, perform surgeries. I and other victims filed a civil lawsuit, medical malpractice. The hospital's lawyers filed a motion to dismiss. The hearing is scheduled for September. In the meantime, I hired another PI to check deeper. He found more. Dr. Harris's ties to MedX International have been confirmed. The CEO's wife's brother. But that's a legitimate business, not proof of a crime. I found transport records. Organs were sent abroad, but everything was documented as medical samples for research. Legally gray area. There is no direct evidence that organs were sold. August received a threatening letter, anonymous, left on my door. Stop digging. You won't win. Forget it and move on, or the consequences will be serious. Showed it to the police. They couldn't do anything. No sender. Lisa was scared. Jason might need to stop. This is getting dangerous. I can't stop. He stole my kidney, sold it for $300,000. Other people got hurt. I have to stop him. What if they hurt you? Then at least they will show their guilt. But he was scared too. Update 3 September 2025 today. September civil suit dismissed. The judge ruled that medical records supported Dr. Harris's decisions. No evidence of medical malpractice. My lawyer filed an appeal, but the chances are low. Detective Rodriguez is still investigating, but there is little progress. Without direct evidence, he cannot arrest. Dr. Harris continues to operate, perform surgeries, possibly continue to steal organs. Today I sit here with one kidney knowing the truth, but I can't prove anything. I know he stole my kidney, sold it for $300,000. He did this to at least 6 other people, but the system protects him. Money, lawyers, connections, reputation, and me, just a guy from construction. I don't have the resources to fight. Carol lost her job. The hospital sued for violating the NDA. She's now bankrupt. Other victims gave up the fight. Too expensive, too difficult. I am the only one still struggling. But honestly, I don't know how much longer I can take it. Maybe this is the end. Maybe justice doesn't exist when money and power are on the other side. My kidney is inside a billionaire in Dubai. Dr. Harrison is $2.3 million mansion. And every day I look at the scar and remember what was stolen. This is my story, and finished, unfair, but true. Organ trafficking is real, not just in the movies. It happens right here in the U.S. Money buys protection. A doctor with good lawyers is practically untouchable. Hospitals protect their doctors even when they suspect crime. Reputation is more important than the truth. Nurses and staff see things but are afraid to speak out. NDAs are used as a weapon of silence. The justice system demands direct evidence. Patterns and testimony are not sufficient against a wealthy defendant. Victims are often powerless against organized crime in medicine. And now questions for you friends. Asterisk, asterisk, do you believe that organ trafficking is possible in American hospitals? Asterisk, asterisk. Asterisk, asterisk, should Jason continue to fight or stop for safety? Asterisk, asterisk. Asterisk, asterisk, was Carol right to testify in violation of her NDA? Asterisk, asterisk. Asterisk, asterisk, what would you do if you woke up without an organ? Asterisk, asterisk. Should police do more with the evidence they have? Is the hospital guilty of protecting a criminal doctor? Asterisk, asterisk, how can the system change to prevent this? Asterisk, asterisk. Speech balloon asterisk asterisk. Leave your thoughts in the comments exclamation asterisk asterisk. Thumbs up asterisk asterisk like if this story shocked you asterisk asterisk. Bell asterisk asterisk subscribe to stay up to date with new stories asterisk asterisk.